All right, so it's my opportunity to talk about the actual technology behind the digital wind farm. And this is really, you can't build anything without building it on a foundation of technical excellence. And so the 23116 is the latest of our turbines that is adapted for India, designed in India, and is really the basis of our digital wind farm. So what the machine really is, it's a class 3 wind turbine with capacity factors over 40% at 6.5 meters a second. It is a, as Ann said, we've got already 200 units in North America running, so it is a robust machine with blades made locally in India. The 23116 draws on our overall strategy of making a very robust machine. And how do we do this? We use components and architectures that we've proven have worked over and over again in prior designs. So the 23116 is very similar in architecture to the 17103, which is currently our main offering in India. We use a taller tower to get access to higher wind speeds. We've taken the machine head with feedback from global customers, both in India, in Brazil, in the US, and we've added a lot of maintenance capability to this machine to make it easier to maintain, both for the GE teams and for our customers. And then last, we've really brought a state-of-the-art blade to this turbine. So the 116-meter rotor, that rotor weighs about the same as the 103-meter rotor that it's replacing, but with 20% more swept area. So it's a tremendous increase in energy capture, and yet the structure that's behind it that's capturing the energy is roughly the same size. And then lastly, we've brought a lot of components from our 2.5 megawatt product line. So we're bringing robust components that have really at this point thousands of operating years of experience when we're talking about our hubs, our yaw drives, a lot of component reliability that comes into the machine simply because of the proven architecture and proven components. Then we have to go to take the machine to the highest levels of reliability and rigor in our validation. So we've had a prototype running for more than a year. We have achieved a type cert for the 23116. We've validated the power curve at over 100%. We have done our grid, our power quality tests showing that we meet all of the requirements for power quality, and we've achieved all of the certifications that the industry has. Additionally, this is the most validated machine that GE has ever put in the field. We put the prototypes, we have 2 prototypes, we put them in a very hot environment in the southern US so that we could really test the thermal capability of the machine. Is it suitable for hot climates around the world? And that is really focused on the fact we knew India is a core market of the machine. We wanted to be able to test it to 45 degrees C and ensure that it had the performance that we were looking for. Most important, I think, to all of us is the power performance of the machine robust and reliable? So I mentioned the power curve. We've tested it at more than 100% of what we've published. We've done this in hot weather. We've done this in cold weather. We've got a full year's worth of data, tremendous amount of data collection. The published power curve is at a historically easy to achieve 0.46 power conversion of coefficient of power. So, and the measured power curve is a very smooth measurement with a tremendous amount of data behind it, showing that this machine is robust and will perform and meet its power requirements and meet its power curve in a wide range of environments and wind conditions. Lastly, I'd like to say, right, how do we do this? A lot of this comes into, we'll talk about the digital element a little bit more, but at its core, we have a very advanced control system in this turbine that first starts and uses the wind turbine itself as the largest measurement of what the wind speed is at your given site. So it's really a giant anemometer that uses a predictive model then from how the turbine's experiencing the wind to estimate the wind speed, to control the operational physics of the machine, and then optimize the machine for energy capture, allowing us to stay on the blade's maximum point of efficiency for the longest amount of time. Last, we've really started to introduce a great number of controls technologies that look at the turbine to figure out, is it operating exactly as we had designed it? Is it operating exactly the way we intended it to be set up at the wind farm? And if it's not, it will self-calibrate and hunt for what is the optimal operating point. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to Anil.
Thanks, Paul. A couple of things. When we were thinking about having the prototype, we designed it for a certain set of conditions. What we also thought about is how do we place the prototype such that it takes care of the Indian conditions. Like Paul said, we wanted to push the boundaries on the thermal. We also wanted to put it in an environment where this particular region gets the benefit of mapping the same environment but having a prototype somewhere else. At the same time, like Paul said, we also started building a brain within the wind turbine. We started introducing various controls technology which could help not only for the turbine to become intelligent, but at the same time also set a platform for the digital piece of it to work within the wind turbine, like you people saw the wind turbine talking to each other, adjusting to each other. We'll talk more about it, but with this, I would like to invite Mr. Vikram Kailash on the stage to share his experience on the 23116. Vikram Kailash is Managing Director of Mitra Energy. Please invite Vikram on the stage.
Good evening, everybody. At the onset, on behalf of Mitra Energy, hearty congratulations to GE and everyone present here for a successful launch of the next generation turbine and the digital wind farm. When Navjeet and Banmali called and said I have to speak as a first customer, I didn't know what to say. It sounded like, scapegoat or bakra. At the beginning of this talk, I saw the turbine talking, but I'm glad that it does more than just talking, and it actually generates and forecasts, energy also. Right? In the world of business, I think the best partnerships are certainly not based on MOUs or contracts, but on a shared path of vision and mission. Similarly, the core of Mitra's partnership with GE goes way beyond the fact that we are their first customer or we are their largest order in India. Instead, our partnership is based on a common industry vision that we share with GE, a vision which clearly outlines the industry need of the hour, which is technology-led transformation, or in other words, fueling domain expertise with digital technologies. The way GE has embarked on this new journey, even we at Mitra have done several things in our own way in our 5-year journey, and use technology as a catalyst in this sector, be it in terms of our WRD expertise or actual execution of our projects on the ground. Mitra is extremely happy working with GE, and partners like GE have been instrumental in making Mitra one of the largest independent power producers. We are about 900 megawatts operational as of today in 15 assets across 7 states. And with the new technology, we look forward to celebrating our first gigawatt with the 2.3116. Once again, that's a milestone for us. Once again, congratulations to GE, and thanks, Anne, for clarifying that the turbine is not only talkative but also sexy. We look forward to a 25-year-old relationship with the turbine. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vikram. Thanks, Vikram, again. So while our prototype is operating for the last 1 year, we have learned a lot of things, but at the same time, what also has happened is In the 60 hertz market, we also have about 100 machines that are commissioned and working. So we do have a couple of our customers talking about their experience with 23116. First experience is from our 60 hertz market customer, Christine.
As I think about projects that are in our pipeline and consider what turbine technology we would look to use, GE would be the first technology that we would look to. I've been working on the project in Monticello, Utah for over 10 years. The reason we've worked so long on this project is due to the low wind speed regime of southern Utah. And it wasn't until last year, 2015, that we found a product in the GE turbines that would be economically viable at this site. We chose GE because the turbines were suitable for the site. It could hit our delivery time schedule. GE brought to the table financing, and because of those three things, we hit our economic returns. It's that GE understands the importance of my success and is willing to work with me to make me successful, which then makes GE successful. Their flexibility in finding solutions and their ability to work with the independent engineer to give them comfort so that our financial partners are comfortable investing in the project is paramount in our business success.
So at the same time, while our prototype is operating, Mr. Chandrasekhar, MD of Boruca, equally visited our prototype site at Texas, Lubbock. So let us hear his experience from the prototype site.
There were several manufacturers in India, but when we wanted to go big in the wind side, we chose GE because we found as a technology partner, they had some of the best offerings. And more than that, as a company, we believe that we should buy equipment from such companies which are huge on R&D. So when we went to the 2.3 power curve and the offerings, I felt that my answers are already there. So that's where I came here, and I'm very happy to be in this particular site in Lubbock. So thank you, G, for everything, and wish you a very successful launch of the 2.3 in India.
So Paul and I talked about this wind turbine having a brain on its own and this turbine having a digital capability. So with this, I invite Dave Varnoy and Nilesh on the stage to talk about the digital wind farm. Thank you.